Good day, ladies and gents, guys and girls. Today we're at Meerkat for the league finals. Out of nowhere, SAS has brought 3 teams to participate today. So let's see how it unfolds. So in conclusion, we have the following teams participating in the league finals today. In no specific order: SAS 1, 2, 3, Team Mucho, Spartans and Team Chaos. Because of our format throughout season 1, today we will be playing a round robin style. As a result of our round robin style play for today in the league finals, I knew we were testing the endurance and the guts of the teams. Some fell short throughout the day and some of them really rose to the challenge, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm only going to get into the highlights throughout today, as there's just way too much to cover everything that happens.
First game of the day was SAS Bloem 1 versus Mucho. SAS coming off the break hard and aggressive, and that's what I like to see. SAS have throughout the league played a cautious, meticulous and slow game, but not today. Today they are looking like a force to be reckoned with. Bux, one of the SAS players, got an early kill in the game. Headshot. What's that? Another headshot from Bux on one of the Mucho players. Damn. With about 3 minutes left on the clock, all Mucho players have been shot out, and now all the SAS have to do is plant their flags in the tower, and they will have their first victory for the day. Ninja, one of the SAS players, scaling the side of the tower to plant his flag. There is a ramp to get to the platform of the tower, but that is not the way of the Ninja. SAS winning the opening game of the day with a time of 9 minutes and 26 seconds. Although they don't get that extra point for time, they will still be happy with taking their first victory on the day. Second game for the day, we have the current ranked number 1 Spartans versus the current ranked number 2 Team Chaos, and both teams started off very slow. Not too much action off the break, which is odd because Team Chaos is almost known for breaking out aggressively every single game. Team Chaos eliminated one of the Spartan players within the first minute of gameplay. Could it be the game Team Chaos take a win against the Spartans and break their winning streak? Both teams not communicating at all during the game, and the Spartans taking the game really slow. Are they trying some new strategy, or was it just first game nerves? Darius, one of the Spartan players, making what would have been a good move if he made the bunker. But one of the Team Chaos players picked him off in the run. One of the Team Chaos players, after being eliminated, walked off the field with his tag still on him, and we specifically mentioned in the briefing on the day that once you have left the field with your tag, you won't be allowed to enter the field again afterwards. So no matter what the outcome of the game was, Team Chaos couldn't get full points for that game. 2 Spartans on 1 Team Chaos player scenario that took place in the game, and the last Team Chaos player got picked off, which leaves the Spartans open to take the win in their first game on the day. SAS Bloem 2 versus SAS Bloem 3 in the next game on the day, and with a good solid game, SAS 2 end up taking the win in 4 minutes and 58 seconds, which gives SAS 2 that extra point for finishing the game in under 8 minutes. Next game we had Team Chaos versus Mucho. One of the Team Chaos players had to go off the field due to a marker malfunction, and they had to dig into those reserves of the team to join the game. Team Chaos came off the break hard, as we would all expect by now, which was looking like the Team Chaos we all know. And before my words could get cold due to a few risky moves made by Team Chaos, they lost all 5 bodies, and Team Mucho took their very first win in the league. Also, I have to mention it was the quickest game time so far for the day at 3 minutes 46 seconds. Team Mucho are not a fixed team of the same 5 guys playing. There are only 3 players always at the league, and they have to recruit players from the social guys that pitch up on the day. So your entire team dynamics is not what the other teams have, because the other teams know each other for so much longer, and have a good working vibe, if you want to put it that way. All the other teams have an advantage over Team Mucho, and yet they still ended up beating Team Chaos, which are ranked second in the league. Just something to keep in mind. SAS Bloem 1 versus SAS Bloem 3 was the next game that took place. Both teams came off the break quite hard, and Ninja did an epic slide into the 50 bunker of the field. The game didn't go on that long, and all SAS 3 bodies had dropped by now. All SAS 1 had to do is make sure all 5 bodies are down, which they would have known if there was good comms and a kill count consistently going on. It's something to work on, but well done to SAS 1 on taking another win on the day. Game ended at 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Good work, SAS 1. Next game was SAS Bloem 2 going up against Team Chaos, and both teams broke out slow. So Team Chaos looked like they decided to take it slow this game, which I am guessing is a result for them losing their previous 2 games on the day. Team Chaos managed to get 2 kills quite early in the game, but SAS 2 didn't allow them to get too much of an advantage. SAS 2 fought back, and the game went into a one-on-one scenario which ran down the time, but because Team Chaos were able to plant one of their flags in the tower, they took a very close win that game. Next we had the Spartans versus SAS Bloem 3. In that game, Spartans picked up a kill very early, and their comms were much better than in their previous game. Still not on a level where I would say it's really good, but it's better than their first game on the day. Game ended in 6 minutes 51 seconds, and the Spartans took the win. SAS Bloem 1 and SAS Bloem 2 was the next game that took place. Both teams came hard off the break, and both teams took the 50 bunker on opposite sides of the field. But as the game progressed, Neil, the captain of SAS 1, was all alone on the field and the only live player left, with only 6 minutes left on the clock. All he had to do now is collect all his teammates' tags, plant them in the tower, retrieve the crate, and take it back to their starting point to win the game. He did just that with 10 seconds to spare. What a way to show heart and set an example for the rest of his teammates. I also recall that most of the spectators and opposing players all clapped hands for Neil because of the way he showed heart and dedication to take the win. Good job, Neil. Mucho versus SAS Bloem 2 was the next game. Both teams broke out very aggressively, but Team Mucho, just having the edge in that game, would have ended up taking the win if not for one of their players that had a hit on his feed neck. Thus, the win went to SAS 2. Now, we can't say for sure if the player got the shot during the game or if it was from a previous game, but that is why it's so important to check not only yourself but your teammates as well. A hard lesson learned, but a lesson learned nonetheless. The Spartans versus SAS Bloem 1. Not as much tension between the two teams as the previous league game, and both teams had an aggressive breakout, but Bix from SAS picked up the elimination of the Spartan captain Irfan quite early in that game, and from there 1-for-1 the Spartans got picked off until there was only one Spartan player, Saki, versus 3 SAS players left. Would this be the moment the Spartans lose their winning streak? Broken by SAS. Nope, that game ended up in a draw as time ran out and none of the players on the field planted any flags in the tower. Keep in mind the Spartans would have lost had just one SAS player planted his flag in the tower that game. Nonetheless, the game ended up in a draw. Some might say the Spartans' winning streak was shattered due to that draw. Some might say the winning streak is still alive. When I asked one of the SAS players how they felt about the scenario, they said a draw is like kissing your sister. No one wants to do that, and it's certainly not seen as a win. Where on the other hand, when I asked one of the Spartan players how they felt about the draw, he said that it's just another statistic they can add for the day. Just like boxing, he used as an example. You have your wins, draws and losses all counted up over your career. So he still feels their winning streak is alive. I guess it all depends on what side of the fence you're sitting that would determine your perspective. SAS Bloem 1 versus Team Chaos. Both teams had good breakouts, but the SAS captain got picked off in the process, followed by two Team Chaos bodies falling as well. This Team SAS is not what we used to seeing, but not on the final day of Season 1. We saw a SAS team that moves and plays aggressively, and I love it. I must also add that SAS, a team that started the league and only got their first win in the previous league event after 2 months of playing, to taking multiple wins on the day of the league finals. I really like the new and improved SAS, let's call it 2.0 version. Ninja, living up to his name, scaled the side of the tower once again, and SAS1 took the win in 3 minutes and 51 seconds against Team Chaos. I had no idea what went on with Team Chaos, but they really weren't performing like we are used to seeing. Maybe they just had a bad day, or maybe SAS are improving and getting better, little bits by little bits. We are now headed into the game of the day, League Season 1 Finals. We had the Spartans against SAS Bloem 1. This is where it came down to for both teams. All the time and hard work put in throughout the 4-month season led up to that one moment, the finals. Both teams came off the break quite hard and aggressively, as I expected, but one of the SAS players must have taken a hit before he reached his bunker, as he had a shot on him and was out quite quick in the final game. Irfan, the captain of the Spartans, and Kuchis had amazing comms between them, as usual, moving up slowly but surely on the one side of the field, where on just the other side, Darius from the Spartans was also moving up to what looked like a flank maneuver to take out the SAS team. Quinton, one of the Spartan players, took a shot from one of the SAS players, sneakily hiding in the area of the tower. Darius causing a lot of trouble for the SAS team, as he put a lot of pressure on them from that side where he moved up. Neil, the captain of SAS, went out after he felt a shot on him, and only after he called himself out realized it was a bounce. Nonetheless, at least we know he's an honest player. SAS bodies fell 1 for 1 because of that flank move Darius made, and the Spartans ended up winning the Season 1 finals in 7 minutes and 1 second. Congratulations to the Spartans, and congratulations to SAS Bloem 1 for making it all the way to the finals. The final league standings for Season 1 are as follows: SAS Bloem 3 taking a 6th place, SAS Bloem 2 taking a 5th place, Team Mucho coming in at 4th place. In a 3rd position we have SAS Bloem 1, and in 2nd place we have Team Chaos. In 1st place we have the Spartans. Congratulations to all the teams that participated in the league throughout Season 1. I hope to see you all back in Season 2 with a fresh perspective, new goals and new heights set that you guys as a team want to accomplish. See you all back in Season 2. I would just also like to thank not only all the league players, but every single person who pitched up for all of our social events throughout the 4 months. I really do appreciate all of your support and your attendance, and I hope to see you all back at the next social and league Season 2. Cheers!
Julle ken daai grapie nou van die vrou wat op die radio gevra het, wat is die huishoudelike produk van natriumklorid? Toe bel haar vrou en toe sê sy koeksoor of so iets. Toe sê die vrou oor die radio, nee man, jy gooi dit elke dag oor jou man se eiers. Toe sê sy babapoeier.